Two television so ebraso say ye de bra we fi sabre ekosi se no nan ebebo menu mienu ene ye de ahyemu ye de dwumade no ebra menim se okan ho e won krapompune mantemu a eye oman 107.1 FM so afei asante mantemu eye ash 101.1 90.1 enso ye nap radio asin fosu e won finfini mantemu afei osan ekan ho Sources Radio, Amansan Radio, our UK, Jerry's TV, and after Kencity Radio, and so our US of A. Me da say okay our net 2 television, so Facebook, our net 2 TV GH, after YouTube, and so our net 2 TV GH. Your friend Anthony Kofi Inkum Daddy, Mr. Inkum, and Medin. Abusia, unim said yet no, and yasha say ya netie. Uwa kwanja so betimi asini pain enti bomodin se ubetimi ede afa WhatsApp number 0240550899 0240550899 WhatsApp us with your comment na fe sabato we afi eja we afi ba ai krado obekan ni nyina ede amayen afi oko Facebook ene YouTube enso so a fafa ho ebra onso ebejebre na afa yetimi akan ede amakama na bibia akọ nanim se owo amanone se owo Ghana babia wo bia no ebra so a yebebie phone lines na tom afa babia wo bia so befre na watimi abese no pen ama yedi nkomo atwaso akọ yenim enne many orbit asumani the political zabet na se na afa yedi nkomo enkomo wodo bebre ewo ho ya ye pese ye na afa yedi yenna yenim se honorable Kennedy ohene Agyapong meno ekasa sesei openi no abo adwuma papa enyasem ketwakra after say of filing the nomination no osign so campaign massively for a new patriotic party by elections no akwetia abatu ampeso so enti honorable akobo adwuma papa and then also osanso enya award bi ye no nso behwe na yetimi edi ho nkomo kakra na yatoa so akọ yenim obi say o sacrifice ne Bank of Ghana adwuma an wode be di vice president na eno no ohu ni se waye chese waye de agboro so ama enti ye ma ne kwan na afa yon sanso give it back to Ghana eno is going to be part of our discussions with the political czar Mr. Albert Asumani enono yebedi nkomo na afa yato aso akọ yenim ewo afa and on the big interview don't also forget say and many chairman Padmon ena many no Asia na afa yedi enkomo Padmon former first vice chairman edema new patriotic party nefa ewo league Medina constituency Medina constituency na chairman well known ono ana o contest yesenka opeso ko parliament na fe or represented the good people of Medina na antimi amaso ne enim sakwan bia so no so obesan kwa na onko biem no obetena ha obesi ne pen amye nyina ye hunu abusua kai national so say Heart Builders Real Estate na eboayen and afei tabia takum and asu asno sikasema fem NFS September 2025 yade sinipen ede ebrewo enne ma yenda ye ho na afei yempiki bibi out of the lions mentality yeba yetwaso na yakọ yenim sinipen ye kano senia etie
Competence. Lions are said to sleep around 20 hours a day. Still, they never go hungry. They get up and they get the job done. They earn their rest. They earn their success. They earn their freedom. There are great rewards for competence. In life, if you provide more value to others than anyone else, in a shorter space of time, you will be rewarded, and you will be rewarded well and often. It does not matter how long you work. It matters how good that work is. It doesn't matter how many hours you put in. It only matters how much value you've created. Develop yourself into a competent machine. Work on what matters in your life with laser focus. rootless determination, and a burning desire to do everything to the very best of your ability. That builds pride and respect for yourself. Competence. Lions are.
All right, welcome back. Abusia ebra so say ye de editorial ebra wo san say me no mienu nyina di adanse ye say abrabo eguso a eko nanim no na eniama nso so esesa enti se koba ne say ebia etawe nipa oye no endra no se o mana kwanya say enen nso so no onsanya obesesa no obe modify no said the bear at the end betimi akonanim na enen koma ye pese ye di no the dangers of inconsistent leadership, the dangers of inconsistent leadership. Leader say obiena no ka one, the next day we shall now be say what can one na one no ase ne say or see there be man can one make two. Ade achi no okoka 2 na ade chie nso no osan aka foforo afei these are the same leaders say obetimi aka kire say mami akwanja o mami ameye sei e na amawo eno na ehunu wo Ghana ha most of the time, but we give them the opportunity and they do nothing or they do less than they promised. Enti eno ye nkoma ye pese ye di na afei ye nyina no yatimi de I encourage you so that we become better person. Say you guswa ye nyina ye pre eko yenim. Enti join me here on Facebook. Na fe yenkoso endi enkomo na yentwaso enko yenim. Na menim say if we sabre kosi say ye discuss eno no awie no, you will see or you realize how dangerous say obi aye inconsistent how dangerous it is. I'm sure say ye be wie exercise we no na menu mienu nyina no yetimi ehunu nia eko na fe yetimi etu anamon ye, especially new patriotic party delegates. This is the time Ghana fo nyina ehwe MPP fo anim say yen Ghana fo yen dom NDC yen dom MPP yen dom CPP yen support mu bia no yen ane afraid in the floating voters no. Now this time ni aye kan kire mu nyina ne say 2028 we are looking forward say ni aye Ghana for dodo no ye kan no mo beye say mo ye ni aye Ghana for ye kan afei ni ensusu ye give back talking about giving back no eno ene ya na emfaso wo so eti yebehwe na afa yetimi edi nkomo ewo ho Kennedy onhene Agyapong obi a one wo bedi nkomo bia bisa ne se ede be nti ene o support Kennedy Agyapong a o se papa no de o ka no kre reason a amanfo ewo wo Ghana ha no because obi o ho a Kennedy Agyapong 8 years school fees no Kennedy ntua ne school fees da obi o ho a Kennedy Agyapong eto niama medical hospitals ema ye de hwe Ghana fo no ono onfa mu bida obi wo ho a on witness anything from Kennedy Agyapong but obi san said ye benti no support to Kennedy Agyapong a o se papa ne de o kanokre, and that is somebody we can classify as a consistent leader. And so today we want to see the opposite side of it. Join me here now for yentwaso enko yenim producers ye move yenko na yentwaso ewa. So eno that TV no so no the dangers of an inconsistent leadership. O join me wa na for yatwaso ako yenim na bibia nso so ayekama. Now talking about inconsistency, no say inconsistent leadership creates a climate of fear, undermining trust, psychological safety, and clear communication, which leads to employee confusion, disengagement, burnout, and reduced productivity. Without a stable foundation of predictable leadership, teams struggle to align effort and innovate as their focus shifts from achieving goals to second guessing the leader's changing priorities. Erosion of trust and psychological safety. So, say you can inconsistent leadership and niyama hodo a bata ho say leadership or inconsistent. These are some of the niyama ye kan wansem no or say one ade bia etimi ema productivity ekofom afei esanso ye bibia ema adwumayefo eya wo moto apintin sa na twifo ka no eduru babia it creates confusion just leadership no because of the inconsistency no ema wo mo a edinachi enso so to apintin enti eduru babia esese team na edinachi no enyina timi ka so okay ya set goals we and so say na ye to achieve these goals no because of the inconsistency among leadership no ema term bia no e create confusion etu behwe no botai potia esi team nani so a wo mo pese omunya no embem and so eno eye hawa inconsistency etimi ede eba no ye ka inconsistency a we are talking about nipa ene obetimi aka kire say oh ene me ba wo ho na me ba memma ebia mobile phone me bro mobile phone enti bomodin bia me wopono ubia me wopono na me ba I am coming to give you mobile phone odi wani betu mobile phone no so but obepa no na wamfa mobile phone no amba obehwe no akoto emu anwode ba eti se woye leader na wote saa ema nipa ediwachi ankasa kra no omo nheda enya omu gidie na eno so koba ne saa na ema dane da nyina no they are thinking adwen ebe omutrim ni se ene kra na yesusu se ene yekoye adwuma akonifa no wanhwa na ye leader beba no obekase yenya adwuma mfa nkobonkum. Eti when we are talking about inconsistency, these are some of the dangers now my uncle danger number 1 na yehwe nia ewo danger number 1 no asemo a oka no join me here na fe yen so na yenko o say broken trust when leaders frequently change their decisions or contradict themselves, followers perceive their words as unreliable, leading to and a loss of faith in the leader. And so that is what we are talking about. Yes, it. Dedi kan no ema nipa enjundi. Se wo kan say echina. Ana wo kan say enne echina wasesa wano na wo guso sesa wano na wo kosa ema yenjundi. Etu followers ankasa kra no wo muntimi enjundi if sanse omunim se wo na omudi wachi no unye nipa omuje wudi a ebeye yie. Eti nipa na wudi na chi no wo a wudi na chi wuntimi njini ndi a omo aka a wo pese omo nso ba bedi wachi no I mean ombede no matimi aba. And so dedi kan kra no ema gidie amanfo enji wundi se wo ye leader na wo ye inconsistent a ema nipa enji wundi. And that is why we a politician and our Ghana ha yenim se Ghana for ade ba ko a ewa ha ene se Ghana for nje politicians endi. And the reason why intia Ghana for nje politicians endi ene se ubisa Ghana ni bi obeka cho so Ghana politicians dey jawo mo because oba promise you heaven but oba he will give you hell. Obetimi aka cho se me ba Meba say these are politicians ye ne omo na te Ghana ha, we've given them several opportunities but omo ba no omo gufu. It is a we politician na se woka say enne na e kyenal sanse sanwa no meye say ye de maw na wonya e ma Ghana for ato apenten. It's Ghana for shedan J politicians in your Ghana ha. And that is the main reason why Obia someone can say 2028 elections no. It is going to be very critical. Because say baby I wono. Ye nyina ye nim say research bi ba abonten ya omubusa Ghana for say oman ya yetimi ku any democracy ne wa hen na wope Ghana for bi o ma no kan se omunyan ya nanka asoja for wo Ghana ha no take over the governance because mainstream politicians no omunyi omunni because omo ba ne assess ne enti omo ka kire se ye to aba ma omo no omo bom be ye no mba omo nye enti ama ye ngi nkofo ndi e wo Ghana ha enti amanfo dodo na asem omo kan se then baby a ekeka kono ehu enti if that is the case then it means therefore that John Dramani Mahama as a mainstream politician enne watimi aba beduru sampempenso yi odi o mampeni no wan hye ni year na Ghana ni gidie owo so beto abama politician aba bedi nanimu no ekwawie ya no enti 2028 no eyade a Ghana for edwene ho pa. And then one who said the political disruptor Honorable Kennedy Ohene Agyapong aba so obeko ana Ghana for si ye ene we de atadwefo wa yatinde ye kwakoto ama no eti Ghana for shall say din komo bi say no can no vote ampa so no can no vote ampa enne baby ayaba beduru nie amanfo a wo monka no kore Ghana politicians enka no kore abemu penifo enka no kore enti na mo man da so gina baby a eginan. And now as we speak you could see that baby abefa bia no Ghana sofo ehyenkom na Ghana sofo nkom mo hye nyina ne say they see Kennedy Ohene Agyapong taking over the governance of Ghana ejuma Kennedy eye no enti nko bebu sasa na adenti ena Kennedy Agyapong so eye mainstream politician na ono de Ghana for atiasimu se Kennedy Agyapong ne beba ye beto ama no ubusa Ghana for a omo se papa ne de oka no kre omo se papa ne de oka no kre eti Ghana for hunu se Kennedy Ohene Agyapong eye obi a ye betimi ede ye ho ato no so. He is one politician Ghana ni bia betimi de nani ato no so, and that was the main reason why na say ye nyina ye te se konfanochi omo machine ba ko mu didi djuma ne hwenipa asai na contractor oye ho adwuma no omka kira ne so o meye no se da bi onye anom se aden ti na o meye o se o mumfa sika no nto mo di sika ne ba me ba beye afei wo mo hweye sika yi ma etu obi bo Kennedy Ohene Agyapong amane pe no se o mun kan kire contractor na no omra meye na metua contractor ne te se Kennedy Agyapong wo mu pe o se ene meye se sa papa ne nko ade a meye enom so o se ye nkoji sika mra ntie kwaji aba o se mo de ma mo ha mo mun koji sika na mra na adwuma ne de me hyase na ma ye adwuma no because papa ne de o kanokre papa ne de o ye consistent Kennedy Agyapong bie na no ka bibia pepepe. And that is the main reason why Ghana force New Patriotic Party, this is the time, this is your moment to go out there and vote Kennedy Ohene Agyapong as your flag bearer. Just bring him to Ghanaians and we are going to vote for the New Patriotic Party. Consistency. And so Kennedy Ohene Agyapong is now here for the New Patriotic Party. It is a way MPP ni, especially a way delegate. Now on January 31st 2026 one thing that you should have at the back of your mind and say Ghana for asemo mo kan say wo the Kennedy ohene Agyapong ba omo beto ama no. And then here come Dr. 00. The reason why Ghana ni enye na dwene da so beto aba e de ama enipa bi a wo nso e contest Kennedy ohene Agyapong no ene say these are people who catch the Ghana for nyina say ye nya opportunity betena konwa so a ye nkonko bobesia wo ba bia Ghana hia so betu kwa akwaje besia Ghana hia kra so beko IMF it so obia be no di ho adanse a 2014 2015 campaign no that was the message abaya oteso no akọ IMF omo no homoden oje besia obromesia taxes nko an odeba onyade etimuntu ni mfiri so monfa konwane ma New Patriotic Party ampa Ghana for so okay ene na mommra meje afa Ghana for the akonwa no e ma New Patriotic Party ni nyina ne se na New Patriotic Party enim se ye wo eye economic line of mercy bi wo ho a ono de se bo ne currency nko ade a yawie eno mu gina Ghana for konso a na yeto aba no edema wo mo afei economic line of mercy eno be uno nam tenten no ye lectures economic lectures etimi busa no yonko kwabrane 172 questions say omra meya no ema papa yi de ho adwendwen sa ahwere ne nkwa wantimi anya no da eno kwa asamado afei economic line of mercy obi ba JK obi ahwe nanim say una oka kire Ghana for say ye to aba no ema unya akwanya na say e na ba ya ma Ghana for omre nie ya adwuma ma ye hwe wabɔ no troka nyama ya hyehyɛ nyina akra wahwe agu enso che 2023 ena Ghana for konye say Kennedy ohene Agyapong ane yepe because Gidia Ghana for ewo mainstream politicians mu no eko it is a New Patriotic Party e the Kennedy ohene Agyapong ba ye beto ama no and obia tie nkoma Kennedy Agyapong adie anti New Patriotic Party open power anasa pese okokotena opposition something years 14 years and our person to opposition and our power Ghana forces our power there for Kennedy ohene Agyapong bra ne yento aba enfama we de nkanya den we de eyeboko because Ghana for suro anti New Patriotic Party this is your time, this is your moment but modern so beto aba ma Kennedy Agyapong so we a party delegate eye wasudie say Ghana for catch MPP for say we na modern ba ye beto aba no ede amawo no esese wan kasa kra no wutimiti sikrom na fe unua nso no susu delegate no o ka kire ne say bebia ekonie and that is the main reason why we share a political parties ahodo a ewo Ghana anytime you so mo kwa abato so a they do research it we share research ahodo a ekoso MPs wo nyina research ewo mo constituency mo omu hunu nia ekoso eti MP ne ya ne research wie no hunu results no pe fast no connect e san se Ghana for say Kennedy ohene Agyapong de papa no oka no kre eti se wo de ne ba ye beto ama no because omo wa rehemu o Kennedy Agyapong mu say Kennedy Agyapong started say okasa ewo Ghana ha from 2000 up to date then someone oka say Ghana for say dreaming big. We need to do big things. As I see a team aya niama, ebe mo minor tumpong, our shase Canada giving practical solutions to our problems here in Ghana. Or shase se okano enye ne da waka and besinde ogusua oka. And so this is the time I Ghana for say. Ye te papa yin kase okasa no enye ne wakasache. na okasa nyina no na samu a oka emri bi atwam dadaada over 15 years ago ne nsamu anu oka no enne ya wo pritumi soso no nsam kro no ana oka enti Ghana force omanya gidie surunko bi ewo Kennedy ohene Agyapong mu efiri se oka no kre enti o se MPP delegate monkoto aba enfama Kennedy ohene Agyapong because of say oka no kre Kennedy Agyapong ka oye enti monto aba mfama no na mode ne ba yen Ghana for yaye krado se yebeto ede amano enkomo no nie Nyankopon ya adom a ekina yebesan so ato aso ma mentwa me homra me ba mene Albert Asumani the political za esin konwa na fe yetimi edi enkomo. Don't also forget say Chairman Padmon enso so was studios enti watena se ya enso so yede enkomo no ebebre on the big interview mene Albert Asumani ewie eye Ghana enkomo no na mene no edi ahyemu na fe yede abrɛw sinupei ye kano senia etie.
The party as a second of one who said, coach you what they were holding, you bring the party back to power.
Sinipe.
Tasembo ha woka no ye we beka don ye hwi but opem wa.
Sinipe.
IGP fufura but the masami di mi jai monda. O send still me babo ko school na obi akade wo ma mi ko twitu a mi ntwitu.
Me kwa montia Ghana for catch them so be pay ko catch on grow for say Mumfa Kennedy Agyapong brother beto abama ma better radio so na me ka mo say mo suspend me what be that
Sinipe.
I am communicating job na mo de ma me say communication director ya call election ya lose and na Ghana for communicate to deputy communication director on your grassroots person or mo say ko catch your party for no and I'm communicating am I not communicating
Sinipe.
One of these cano, almost no, almost the same Ramayan. Never said no.
Sinipe.
Dear Mr. Speaker, what tra a share, what tramrano, and random man to me man in your way. And Untina, yet Trina Diana so say, on Rembrano, no one be to be said, Ranny, dear baby of fire in the wetty, until young corrected you.
Sinipe.
Yes, answer who say, as of person come minority, no, your casa boishe.
Sinipe.
The fabric of the party and your leadership.
Sinipe.
And Nuntino said, if there's no good leadership, the party will sink and sink forever. What is true, and I'm more young, and I'm also move change bibi. But I did not move changing Munchray and Bonnie at the end. Munchray, as soon as I did at the Abba.
Sinipe.
Person you pay at your say, you will be as I say in your bois near ye, now your parliamentary a Juma yeno. You created that conducive atmosphere near you, ye bay.
Sinipe.
The first year God Gagisburg, book, Brofakes, and no book can be as if be English, you go chop.
Sinipe. Sinipe.
All right, welcome back. Ebraso say many Albert Asmani the politicals are sinkonwa na fe de Ghana nkomo ebrewo. Na onim se enne nkoma hodo bebre ane ye ba behwe na fe yetimi edie Ewura Kennedy Ohina Agyapong mene o ekasa sesei over the weekend na o akwatia ya o campaigning ede ama yenua Asumadu se de be ya obetimi edi nkunim na fe New Patriotic Party ne numbers no akosoro ewo parliament eno ho nkomo yebedi afei yebesan so atoaso na yahwe Dr. Mahmudu Bawumia enso so se wa sacrifice ne bank adwuma e de abeye adwuma aboa New Patriotic Party na ohun se party no aboa no pa na sania party no aboa ni nti ono nso susu se sabre esese otimi give back to the party enti no so kan koma yebehwe na afa yetimi edie ho Albert Asmani the politicals are atnase ya yede nkomo no ebre wopani bibia
boko na so
nyame adom me ho ye pa
yede nyame ase
na weekend you di ni ye on
nyame adom
what the weekend dey ya na me
nyame adom na kama on say me no me kwasore memeneda me ye kwanhweni enti Saturday die aya na Sabbath me spend nyina wa sorry me fifia no pa me say do fie no na after 6 p.m. enti mostly Sundays na ya me dey me weekends rounds bi ana bibia me wa na se megima home
okay
enti bi dey na ba akopɛ
okay
the Sunday die se program bi eni hɔ se me pia ya most of the time me wo fie na jamene nkwara no yesu anyame asem ye dwendwen ye ho and the weekend was good me sure say now so there because me know kasa Saturday na me hwe say we share hideout ho na bibia ye kama na say me say go
na enchi akase pa Uncle Fee
Uncle Fee Uni say program Uncle Fee on Messi program
yo. On Messi program we da.
Debi.
This award bi abemu a ono na also what.
Yeah de never ka first or the say runner front runners no because Uncle Fee there or ye great supporter of Sidupei.
Or your chief matron.
I'm telling you. Share or cookie behind the scene bibia What's Ghana hound here, or America now at it? Men that it's your bunch, I can see a man. Uncle Phil, we are heavy. But you'll be a chow, heavy. Or US now so or Kaya, BBI, lawyer, Akume Kutano, lawyer, Minyami Hubida. Uncle Phil Kano, but it's a studio. Just say, or BS in the pain, by this time he's not just listening, he's watching. He's a good man. He's a good man. Say, yes, say. Panye no baby a panye ne nam no e ho ana ahoma no nso so enam wan fa why
on say on Kencity Agyapong anante ache
yes
enti honorable nyuma a oye no ene se ne honorable ye na de no sa pepepe no nso so ye ne de in fact oye di papa
Uncle Fee a key member of honorable campaigns we nti no e ba se bibia fa honorable Kencity Agyapong ho de a Usa Uncle Fee ho a emze oya afom kwan
sa na nse o te se kwa metalbe ede na kwesi
be fi no obobo Uncle Fee phone numbers nya emze we ye ngusi aga enkosi aga ya fa deodorant to
Mame fancy na eni enkomo na mame kan chao se tabia takum eye eduro nwanwaso a we bema na nsa kan bia bebo papa Tabia takum no ye eduro bi anokre ni eboa mamema anije ewie peye na ema nso so de wo nso nya anije mapa eye eduro bi abema won saka bi eno ane se wo tafretafre san se ewo sachesim entu nya bi na tafretafre ne nkakra ebedu anwumere no nsia no na bibia ejina ne nan so kama afi obebo adwuma ama bibia aye kama na wo ye bema na wunduru 18 years Tabia takum is not for you. Enti when one kwankotobi. Afe se uduru baby ya ton aduro bia na busa tabia takuma. On sabetimi akabi. Na ebia na womo aya na musu se adwumani hono adwuma ho. Obetimi etu tabia takum ni bi na nso so akoton sanse otonwa ebeboa freyen na yeni nkomo e wo 0243 686861 0243686861 na fe yendi enkomo ebra so se yehwe na fe yedi nkomo na yeko akwatia abato empeso ano so yewura Kennedy ohene Agyapong ekoho ekoye campaign na ohwe ne modern bo anadwe de suom awia no onam anopa no onam anadwe de suom nyina no a ebinom abankan aba beda no na still ano ogyina nan so make sure se one akwatiafo be din komo se ombeto aba ede ama MPP candidate no na watimi adi nkunim ama party no numbers akosoro e parliament. Now Albert Asumani e wa ha opani wani di sa enkomo echi papa looking at kwanya Kennedy efaso owura ha no nam ha wa sorry dem no owura ha ne ade no den na obetimi ne yen ache e wo ho
misanku medase na machia atiefo ne ahwefo nyina when it comes to MPP election MPP campaign edim baako ana enyira mfi mu da biada eno ne Honorable Ken Agyapong ade Honorable Ken ye me enye me nwanwa and me hunu ade foforo. This is what Honorable Ken is noted for. Akwatia hoyi enye Honorable Ken Agyapong the first time okoni me kai 20 election and akumi the first time I know contest election. Ne rally Honorable Ken was there. I would not platform so na osa obi a won a master. Debia metraka say there's no single constituency in Ghana ha. Honorable Ken enko honko ye campaign MWA party no any party in a parliamentary candidate. It is a uhwe ahofama even when MPP issue we say omunko akwatia election you are saying Ablekumanoff election crowd. Honorable Ken was there.
Yeah.
Enti akwatia there na it was expected say ebehu Honorable Ken wo. Na odru ho no. Wo hwe hawa manfo oboje ne so. Ene hawa na omanfo ni nyina hwe nanim say this time around ye hia party pani bi amana ba aba bejinja base no grassroots na. You have no other person than the grassroots president. And
on your screen, no, Ubehu said, Yera Kennedy ohene Agyapong, any new patriotic party candidate, no, I friend no, Asumedu, Wamo, any Akwetiafo, Edin Komo, and some of the pictures, no, and on your screen. Opening to us.
Mr. Nkum, Honorable Ken, dear, or your beer, a MPP Ajuma. He doesn't do MPP Ajuma ewo babia like his comfort zone. He always moves out to make sure say party na Juma ese openi to say Honorable Ken na say ye hia mo ye no. And also he never disappoints. He goes all out to do it. Into the weekend here, Saturday na wo ho abra ye di kumi 1 week.
Yeah.
Na wo ho ochia obusuya ne omotena ho akosi etu apo. Sunday osa wo ho eno omudi nkomo ye bibia anaju da suo ma papa gina ho e kasa to wonne hwe se this time around the kunu waye den a ye hia mpanimfo abo ma beboa no why na hu no
Kennedy
e Honorable Ken Agyapong because eno ne ade a oya ema no satisfaction. I always tell you say Honorable Ken eya de ma MPP a Emma nakuma eden etone yem. Honorable Ken cannot sleep out nim say MPP e kwa ho hihiem. Ontumi ntina say e bra ye dream. You see MPP wo 87 seats in parliament. Ye hia ba ku idi akwa akoshe ma na ye 88 na because e koto aba no wie ye no 88 na ye nyaaye ana so asante. It is the time as a party no edo ma ho odi nyina awuram we ye two after 2024 election. This is one election ye ko amasa Blekumanov there ye koto bi so and e dey yade. But this time around this is a by election se party no timi testing na ho odi mpo e wo form ehun say saying and a party no e dey ehun den tie this time enti se wan fa ahode anhyem wan fa libra anhyem na se wo gyae ne se eye normal prime what they say by election ye enti no yenye ne saa na de se wan wa
binum kwa ne nam
ya
no mba beda
se da mo de nchia no moje omoje nchia wi a na omaba na ono aboken na oye areabo wakodwi ekwan ne so nyina tutumu nnua eni bibia am sure say ekwan no eso ada so eso da so wi a ese areabo ufa so bi enye yie enti na ye yi na sinchen but this time around no ono aboken otwa kwan ni wi a obesa onfa areabo na mefa so obedi Mercedes we abesi so atwi bi
amobia hu so
yes because obia ni ho a oye nkrakum na obe mpete
dabi
what you say say edru time ye hia mpanifo sei na anadwo hwe time ono aboken gina hoyi anadwo desuo musa that is what honorable Ken has been doing. When we talk of sacrifice, this is a clear case of sacrificial work. Honorable Ken, Yama MPP. Tunika, eko, konenam, urefie mu, asori demu, eni nkofo kasa se monto abano. Nanim MPP base no, de here any the honorable Ken ye. Because the siano after 2024 election no, amount for atabumu ebubu.
Amanfo ni da so asan.
O just say o your quarter am ga say ya bubu o ma pre
na bu.
And this is a time we hear openi sa you look up to. So be ba wo na so abehye wo nkra. And na ono mo kasa kire mo say this is not about to assess what to ewie na ugya ho. Ese say obi anya interest wo bra na be protect o ballot na make sure say ya ma sa tutrasem a e call so ablekuba no of no e ma mrantie ne mfa mra e show mo nsem. And MPP, this is all about or the say election issues. SSC and DHC say you be ginger basin. And honorable Agyapong did just that in Akwetia. And I mean him say me adama ochina adwuma okoyeye ene duaba okodua no. Na akopon beto ensupa eguso ama yenua a MPP ejinu no etimi a retain seat no for the new patriotic party. Now going into the 2028 election, you will say anye bia kra no. Ye seat ye de bae no. Eno an ya san ye de ko. Na nye se bi ko akofri yensa. Eti we bo no aboka na baso. We ni opani a e ba bibi ese party for etimi etua ne ka. Party for etimi hye na nimonyam a. This is the actor ye hwe. E de bo abaso. This is pure sacrifice.
All right. Enti eno Albert Asumani eno no now after say obia filing the nominations no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na se mo a okan say 2028 ena ye to nsa friend say omra na omeye running 2008
yeah,
sorry
yeah
ena ye to nsa e friend so omeye running mate na satam no ye adwuma o bank o jai ne bank adwuma ena obeye adwuma e de boa new patriotic party. Now, Wabedi vice president 8 solid years away. Yaman flag bearer, wakohwie niama nego. Or say, party no aye bia mano emane broso into a person share party na nyam. Na obi beka se ma yenhwe video no na afa ye nyina ye ntie ne nsem a okan ye nyina so ndi enkomo.
All my life, this country and this party have given me so much. I feel an overwhelming sense of duty to give back. That is why I didn't hesitate to lay down my job at the Bank of Ghana to assist the MPP's quest for power in 2008. And indeed, I lost that gamble. That is why I did not hesitate to leave my job at the African Development Bank to help the MPP in 2012. That is why I didn't hesitate to take the box at the Supreme Court as the star witness in the 2013 to fight for the MPP. That is why I have never hesitated to defend this party, even at the risk of mockery by our opponents. That is why I did not hesitate to concede the 2024 elections to preserve Ghana's peace. you can be sure that with Mahamudu Bawumia as flag bearer, I shall not hesitate to put my all on the line for the NPP and for Ghana as I have all my life. This country and this party have given me so much. I feel an overwhelming sense.
All right, enti and come on, or Chiamia wonim na sem kan o se nana wasumu a odefo ena da ho.
Oh, makai acrobat video we. O se we. We Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say you flag bearer and someone be because of then
or person give
or sacrifice say the Juma Bank of Ghana ever be vice president.
Yeah.
Hey, and then no person be deputy governor there. How then one man and akufo-addo and Ghana antra ho.
No boy one sacrificing.
That is not the meaning of sacrifice. You can sacrifice and say adie bia esum bo emma wo jemu to ho na walusi na eko. Now, from deputy governor of Bank of Ghana to number 2 gentleman of the land to vice president, you know, a sacrificial job. Now, the boss in Pano governor of Bank of Ghana, no, the young vice president. Obia mauso if you are to chemu do amesi nkunkonso adware wa shall bro na tare abutu to spray a good one. O say a sacrifice.
Sacrificing the bank, Juma.
Now, Dr. Bawumia, 70 years, you don't get it. The conditions of service attached to the vice president of the republic, a governor of Bank of Ghana. I don't know, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia do Abiana or Nana Gufo Addo who say, why are the papa? Sacrificial job, Ben. We are deputy governor of Bank of Ghana. You don't be the vice president for 8 solid years. You are telling us, say, who may be vice president, you know, a sacrificial job now, because now Bank of Ghana, no, now you are making so much. How much was he making in Bank of Ghana? How much was he making as deputy governor? And how much did he make as vice president? He should put his assets together. Say, Bank of Ghana, do more year on him, fear do woman you know, say, the now Bank of Ghana 2008 as running mate, you know. Everything they are compared in the last 8 years in his life. The transformation that we have seen in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's life. Our tam, Sika, Pulo, Echichaman Crawford, and the intimidating Crawford Kruma. All Bank of Ghana no says can be go.
Obi are quiet. Obi
quiet then.
Now, wababe deep politicism, ne private life, you know, I expose.
Private life, Ben, sacrifice, Ben. He has, you see, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you fear what doing now. His best years in his life is the 8 years as vice president. His best years in his life, his career, the best years in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's life, at a time of baby vice president. 8 years. And that's all I say, was sacrificing the Juma Bank of Ghana, was sacrificing the Juma AFDB, now what's the Supreme Court? Now Supreme Court, I said, I said, on to you. Anna, can crunch and go to Supreme Court, can crunch it, yes, I didn't go to can crunch it. Supreme Court as no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia adaka can crunch it or can't want some crown. Judges need to go upper MP or can't go off. One farm campaign say or the go 2 months to Montwara. Young farmer no. And I said, I said, until 2016 or catch your mama say, and then I'm got to a box no Supreme Court and then I'm could be president. No, boy, said you may win in our young. I do not know your man party. Now, your coalition no count. Your coalition on Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no count one. He was a running mate. What about the D? I don't dear, I want my Ghana move and fear and watch it. You should be grateful to MPP, be grateful to Nana say, baby, I'm not going to be there. I am a fair crowd. What's I say? Now, Professor Chair said, Sir, Vice President baby, and so when and now fair. Say, Obi and I tip on your MPP knee. Now you're found, and one day, share party room, and your party card, and now another. No be vice president for 8 years. When the running mate nkwa 16 good years. Number 2 in the party. Any for the BC here.
That's your flag bearer.
Yes, I your flag bearer peso.
I see and some family.
You also what sacrifice it. Now he owes Ghana. In fact, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he don't owe us anything.
Maybe he want to give back.
Yeah, he shouldn't give back. Of Ankofie. Yadana say. The person or the Maya Biano. Yadana say. He shouldn't give back to us. Ye cry and car say or the car. He doesn't owe us. If he want to give back to us, Onfa. Odo Onfa Ankofie, yes, no. Mr. Doctor Fakofie, you don't owe us.
No,
he shouldn't give back. He should keep it. He should keep it. Because what the next time I say, you have to sacrifice it or the bread, no. He should keep it. He shouldn't give back to Ghana. Ghana is not asking for anything from him. 8 years now, be denied.
This is the time at 2028.
2028.
There was what Timiko money party.
Who was 16 regions for Ghana? Not when the flag bearer call election. Not say over 7 regions. Now flag bearer 19 years we need one constituency. Kwa umwa besada na kubi. Say oba equatorial exams 9 subjects. Na obeba no emu 7. We try 0.
Better luck next time.
Better luck. You see, the election and the dynamics in this country, no. Dynamics here na me catch us. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. As I say, Otenase, no what's saying who, no all the indicators say where election no to me say this time around. No, he will rather be a liability rather than say oba or buy asset for MPP in 2028 election.
Oh, send the pain.
Me say in 2028 election, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will be a liability for MPP in the 2028 election than being an asset. I am telling you the fact.
Experience.
Everything is against him. Everything is against him. Everything is against Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in 2028 election. And says he didn't call. Mabenka some show. Say ordinary Ghanaians didn't come out, and the politicians didn't come out. The way I almost suma Ghana and say the teacher and Mabuna Eba. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has not proven to be someone who can help the youth of this country in terms of creating jobs for them.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ideas be away.
Ideas ni be
So on one.
You see, ideas. There be ideas. You see, and Ghana ye womu. Se ope obia obeboa o my Ghana. Ama Ghana, the ordinary Ghanaian, and ya home faso. Oh, what's Emma Nkrofo? Na onim the SSA yema or my Ghana, then conquer booker, a honorable Kenya Agyapong.
Dr. Bawumia Abedi, Vice President. Wapeye Juma, into Juma no or Tiasia Dada, into the no qua or experience or a member, it will do massive.
Me say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia acquire PhD in presidency or in governance. In any case, when Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is this same living President Mahama Kachira or more annual moderna almost person be Kachira no. President Mahama Kachira will say, you cannot criticize me because you've not been president before. So don't Obia or no more position. Not all Kachira sitting presidents are incompetent. Or one position, you know. No catch the sitting president or you're incompetent.
No boy.
And so no only leader. Entino. Want to make travel mean case won what did be the entino. Yan fa won ko.
No be case Dr. Kwame Nkrumah so be the president or be adwuma pa no be.
Me say adwuma bia ni kwa ya wo obi fini ma me yem ba ya no o ya bi da. There's always the first time. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Obedi vice president in 2017. No need vice president.
You can't job creation. Nkono no work experience. Obeti said this time. You be creating massive employment.
Me offer a boo ni bese. A foot will be anywhere change. Kobobra. So offer see ofie now. So offer see nana offer anu see her now offer now utunifo. Say hey Elikem. Transfer me no onkasa. Say ni abanwa de o si so I say you say ni. Ujara no okwa. but to fairly kept utu refu as a head sasika yi fa ko she bibia ase na fa ko bobra eno ne afutuo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia experience it's not backed by any tangible or the saying evidence
vice president in the whole of Ghana
one rank no one rank no vice president utin betna share party for na ka kire me say all the negatives are Ghana for the yard ye ni nyina no e ye una na kufa na because so they now you running mate now you drivers mate ntino went to me anye I don't know vice president who runs away from responsibilities he runs away from you see Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia obi beti ma chem ni bakery bi e wo ba bi o mutumbrodo anopa e ma akwaje cotton and I said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia beti ma chem laundry bi a wa fan crofo ti anu a o musin crofo ne ma and I said work and pay we buy we nam kromi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia hu ne bi ewum
yes,
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the workers here then if you want to create an employment let us see what you have been able to do. In 2000 we experience in job creation job ben in any case on na akufo-addo kra buy no job ben no create ma Ghana
creating napco
Mr. Nkom napco na
abranch Dr. Bawumia idea
na idea na kosi say ono a no san fast idea no ko gina thank you to no can say napco kra ka ho na me lose election because obi ba bi ne ntwe omuka wafa graduate no ko national service imponi e ma ne sen na ufana at the end of the month what you aneka 500 Ghana cedis nipa ne te danso man oba adwuma o Medina bosome so a o man 500 Ghana cedis now for the transport crying and out to say enti so hia obi ti say onabo kana Agyapong na o ka kire wo say memma wadwuma meye ese impanifo bo say obi a wa rekoto da no o so be kura ye nye na kinye ana de wa wi da wuro nso no so ohu na ba na no so mo fa me na memene a utimu so betimi amene ne complete but that one no kura na wa mene na ba na ye den. This is honorable Kencity Agyapong, someone, a private man who has been able to create job opportunities for not less than 8,000 Ghanaians. Or maybe minister da, or maybe vice president da, or more nejuma wa bemu da. Adia wa ya member of parliament. Enu krano ni salary ni krano it's nothing to write home about as a member of parliament. If this person has been able to generate all his personal resources to create job opportunities for you and I, and it means sorry catch your bush of say yes you are juma aba. Sami Paiso be juma mawa as president obedina tinye. This is the candidate we are presenting to the delegates of MPP and subsequently to the larger majority of Ghanaians. No makoto aba amano. No be di MPP enim edi o my Ghana so. This is the manner obia oti fie na bemu ebunu. Oti edin ken ohine Agyapong wa na emano awrechichire se debi wo we be den ebeye ye. Empanifo se wo kwa hayo. Na se wo nkrama bebre wo fie. Na se all people say bi kona dom kochi aboa ye dia ye bi da na eko enye nsu na me ye because the one ye bi da na de wo de ne kwa uni se de o ye da no no anko ye kwe kra no obetimi asa ye bi
so be ye na de ni bi
sa nenti na wo de kofa obi a ono rhetorics or cassette se de ade no obetimi aye e be da na dim so a no de she ne the boss no de she ne boss. And this is the timer. Opesa you have present this nipa way. Mr. Nkum, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he doesn't owe Ghanaians anything. He shouldn't give back to us. He should keep everything to himself and enjoy with his family. We want to present Honorable Kencity Agyapong to come and give hope to the hopeless. Only the voice of the voiceless. Nibi. Come kasa mo asho mo yem. Honorable Kencity Agyapong. And then Ghana for nyina ka say you go president tachi wo hwanka and so anas airport fan and yama buy your big book president tachi so it took only one man Honorable Kencity Agyapong to stand against that criminal investigation omokoye to tarnish president tachi's image one president tachi nko afiji what the Ghana football bedru. We need people like Honorable Kencity Agyapong to save people's life. sɛ ne honorable Mr. President Chinam na who senior wɔ n'anim na who sɛ ɔnam na ɔkɔba na gye nkwa baako wi nyame fi hɔ a ɛne honorable Agyapong sɛ mo anane n'ati ankyerɛ no sɛ the Ghana for dodoɔ no ɛyɛ kyerɛ President Chi no.
All right.
This is the man that we want to sell to Ghanaians, for Ghanaians to know say politicians no all of them are not the same. And if you want to have an example of a politician or car or your na owo enyama wo ni mu obetim dia boa oman ya eye honorable Ken or in Agyapong. All right, openi mame na wase se
nyankopon ya adoma ye be sanso ehia Albert Asumani, the politicals are as usual and wetimi ababebo adwuma e de asum Ghana. Eti ebra son se metimi ekopono kase so na fe mene chairman Padmon eko di enkomo e wo ho na fe eto so eko yenim Heart Builders Real Estate enkomo e na mene ADA. Heart Builders Real Estate e ya dwumaku a ye de nia ye wo se ebe yama Ghana fo ne se ebe mo asase pa atena so nia ema yenya ni gie kese pa wa abraboi mu e wo man mu ene se yebetimi esi edan a edimu ama Ghana fo etimi ato atenam enti se adwuma na na eguso ayeye na Heart Builders Real Estate e share adwuma ase yi entimi ensi wo baabi da so obi ne Heart Builders Real Estate akwatwe manso wa asase ho ana wato Heart Builders Real Estate asase e ma manso aba akiri da ni nyina no oba ne de manwa krojen afei se oba beto ye fie ana obeto asase nso so a wonim se talking about amenities no ye ni nyina de akọ dada ensuo e wo ho enkanea e wo ho security nso so very tight. Heart Builders Real Estate yen an ye dwene ho se ye be ma ba bi papa na watimi atena ema niam akoyi amawo na yesanso ewo ensase no eni efie bi ewo Shy Hills afi ye obi oningo pram ye wasase ane bo esum 25,000 Ghana cedis yese tua eye 16,000 na fe shase build project na to aso ekọ wanim ne aka no ye be ma payment plan very soft na fe wa ye nkakra Heart Builders Real Estate pe ye kira kwan na fe onsusu nya wahomeka ye wo Ashaman ye ne Kakito Divisional Police Station no ene di enhwani mu frɛ na eni nkomo e wo 0241 665200 0241 665200 minim se okan ho e wo Man FM so e wo Nkrampopuni Mantemo Ash FM e wo Asante Mantemo Nap Radio enso so wo Mfimfini Mantemo precisely asinfosu afei se yetu fa akwa manone a Sources Radio Amansan Radio e wo UK and afei US of A utie yen e wo Jerry's TV o hwe yen wo ho afei o se tie yen e wo Kings Jazzy Radio ye frame Mr. Income ebra so se mene Yera Padmon Agyapong enso so edi enkomo ono eye former first vice chairman edema eye Madina constituency New Patriotic Party na say odi kan eko senka yamana kwanja na fe onko pribibi mfrim da shebedwafie enfambra Madina constituency afei osanso ye obi a watu kwan ewo wiase aman ahodo bebere so na eniema ahodo anani aboso no na nkosusu se obetimi ababedi animu ayebi ewo Madina constituency nim na so obekobiem ana wonkobiem no ono wa ha na ene nkoma ye babedi ensoso no se wonam kromu a amanfo hyehyɛ t-shirt bi adan a yese aka 9 pe ono soso no eye politician a wa ye adwuma politics we di akire nyenne 89 no ampa se no na aka ana se yeni hwe ewo ho ni nyina no wabai obetimi ene ya di sankomo no na yato aso akọ yenim opani ma memo akọ aba bibia abọkọ de aha no ba wota na wo ho no aha nti wo de beba na enu ano no yiro we se enu ano no enti chairman ena mene no atena se ewo ha osan yo bi a nyame sompa de wo nani so yie papa opani mani bo so ache na wo hye he
Bela simini a menchia wahwefo ne wotiefo mutie nyina no kra am say to abanbie mu no me ko afi mu ni kan je mtia na chikakra ntikwa kakra nti be ha me ba briefly na me call me ba briefly na me call nti adwuma sem ne abusuasem ne nti na say ama me presence wa ha no enye bebre to say je kan no na eye no but baby e wo bia no yes Ghana first
eno ano no
ye oman na adwuma de boa oman nkoso
nti wa ba ye bedi enkomo aka 9 pe and then you are also going to tell us why you are connected and why you think Kennedy Agyapong should be the next flag bearer for the new patriotic party and then at large to become president of Ghana one day. Enti ma me musa aka 9 pe say aka 9% nanka new patriotic party ababedi akonwa e wo Ghana ha ana woni me enya adwene
Mamen Kano say social 9 as a single number. Yeah, can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What can you easy? But what can 9 as a percentage? And 9 pe. 9 as a percentage, no, a percentage of what figure? No 100 cities, or for example 200 cities, or no obi amame 1,000 cities. Now so I can say, oh, chairman, 1,000 idiot. Mame 9%, only 9% of 1,000. It's 90 cities. The job also say 1,000 will be the amame no. Me man will 90 cities. And I say, obi acheme 100,000 Ghana cities. Also chairman, 100,000 idiot. Mame 9%. Then 9% of the 100,000 is equal to 9,000 cities.
Ntenka 9 pe.
It is obi on 100,000 also chairman. I can't 9 pair, mame 9 pair. It does not mean the figure 9. You are calling for a percentage, which is 9% of the figure. Now, Omo handle your former vice president and mame can asem we see in Siopsin.
Sinipain.
Oman FM ne 2 television obi bia odi Kennedy Agyapong including Kennedy Agyapong. Nobody has anything against Dr. Bawumia. Obia no obi bitia Dr. Bawumia. So by 2023 yet now we ran a clean campaign even when now the other side super Kennedy Agyapong can say no. He said no ma obia nyadai enka say ntia the vice president. Because now Kencity vice president na a party no representing na ha. And so we Kennedy Agyapong we had a relationship na oda or vice president former vice president Bawumia na esonto ne hwan say o kokra kwa attack ebi. So yen nyina obia anye bibisa because me efi say enye no na ye party ni suade hunu na ye ni suade hunu say e beji to me. Now, you told Abba a ye vote dodo say and a MPP in
Yenya 41.
Okay, well, yeah, percent. But what they call your voter ankasa
4 point something million.
4 point something million.
Yeah.
What do you find say you dear boy home den yenya 4.5 million. What do you find say me sure if you got say by Fanisa Mahama enya about 6.2 million. Exactly. It will be T about 1.7 or the infant say 1.7 whatever vote.
Yeah.
Right. Now, so what say I can 9 pe young fire 4.5 no. What's a percentage of 9% on the 4.5? So yeah, sorry no be a misika 4.5 million and a meteor tight 10%. Make you 450,000. That is a 9%.
Exactly.
Make you 450,000. It is a 10% of Yenya 4.5 million. That would have been 450,000 more votes and maybe Dr. Bawumia can say I can't need their way. But is that the case? No. Because we had difference Mahama DBT, you know. It wasn't about 900,000 votes. Now because we have 450 10% when you know abeche votes na be
1.7.
So the 9% now yeah all pedia so the 41% this one cross 50 plus 1 no. I would wish and Kobu make a figure in tray.
And so, sir, Nyonya, they are not that until open 9.
And also 9% no, a percentage, but nipa baku say, and you be your mama trauma MPP. I'm going to do 9% no. I am here no more to me, I can't say. And see, a misleading slogan. I'm careful. My cousin. Politics no campaign na ye no e too mean ye pe. It's not about misleading people, no. So Ghana ye register to abanyina fan say MDC nya 6.2 ye nya about 4. What can nyina boma ye nu 12 million vote or fan say nipa 12 million ne to aba ye approximately
the total was around 12 point something.
Yeah, approximately 12 million. You're talking about 12 million new NPP. So you move 50% and you bring 6 million votes. You're not 50%. And you are 41. I think 41 no would have been somewhere around 4 point something. It's 9 you do 50 no. Now, 4% and if it's 6 million now, and can you do 50% in him? It is a 4.5 for cry, or 6 million, that would have put us at a 50% of a total voting register valid count of 12 million now. Can you 1.5 million more votes and Sir Dr. Bawumia and 9% in our work? 1.5 million votes, 1.5 million per. I
said, Ote said
1.5 million votes a pay.
I said, Makokwe committee, no, Eka say, ye were new patriotic party for 2.1 million. Our mood decided someone to about 2024. It is a omono eba be kahwa. And you're not MPP winnie.
Winia, my mimi said, a dainty and a MPP 4, it decided someone to about.
I know the Makokwe committee now.
You see, that is what we have to go into, right? Nancy, Namini had about to say Dr. Brian Agyapong and make his statements.
Yeah.
Say, Dr. Bawumia can't share or no say, ye Trabamana or the Northern votes, any Zongo votes,
yeah.
Or can be your MPP for you now, or can be the Ghana for you now. So Brian Agyapong was just repeating and summon Dr. Bawumia Kai. Okay, we are only about Bawumia Chidi for said yeah. I read a post be on Facebook. The Nipaniamen fan channel. So they thought to say a Brian Agyapong air baby took and Japan free second spot. I'm a kind of coded. Name of say or names of Brian Agyapong the crowd send you Manusi so Nyan Sebia ni Tribusa. Can you imagine on Facebook because Wakoka Bawumia said since when and within your party so be kind of Bawumia Sama Nipani your enemy. For me that is the problem. Omo Mudi Bawumia Chise say again some no man come for lunch mateo. Again some no man come for Omo Mutuko dia lunch mateo. And you would end the moment Dr. Bawumia said, Nyame be or MPP. It's all about Bawumia Sama. I was say a banny be do at them. Is that how we do politics? And when they breed division. Well, you trust to do America say. Alan Chamate or free party no. It was Susan so. Anybody feels so Obeka on your day. Uncle from woman of the Bawumia chino. Obeka uncle or never the team and that back and we say. But don't forget to say, a nipa walk to that ambition for a long time. No circumstance are the last hour or the back corner, and your party for a penasable there. Who is a party for a penny penasable? Over so to my party. What if I say Alan Martin on your popular woman? But the mistake Bawumia cheating for ni be yeah don't that so you say they felt say delegates no one and they be before. No. It is a delegates. I am quite one quite new delegates bumpo odru
yes selected 5 now.
5 no no can say withdraw. So you can't just sit somewhere and say to special delegate one place send now of opening to know on your popular party name. It affected us. A compare ko ye dinner now if you say so be per compare kwansem now we dinner tem e twan toton so obe feel say. But none of us spoke against Bawumia in the campaign team. It's media per me simple layman analysis. I can penno is equal to about 1.5 million votes. 1.5 million votes and yepe. Let's see 1.5 million votes kwa yepe. Sir John Mahama enya over 6.2 million votes. Now so fan say enya 4.5 million voter. Difference near 1.7. So we needed about 1.7 million votes and some kind of John Mahama bepe. How do you say sana money yepe 9% yepe? Any pa back 1.5 so ko to ba yepe. Enya pe. Me delegate me to aba. Yeah. Not because me a former executive no kwa den cafe kwa den mesa beto aba say kwa minim say be a delegate no kwa de be ma to aba which is okay. Mini anwa no me a former executive say be opportunity abeto aba. I got a text message earlier this week or late last week from Dr. Bawumia campaign team, and I can read it. Okay. Minim say bia obi omusu nya sa message na bia, which I am sure say it was general to obia. Now listen, I say, dear delegates, this was Friday. I have officially filed my nomination forms to contest the MPP presidential primary in January 2026. Praise God for that. I appeal to you to support me in this journey so that together we can secure victory in 2028. Thank God because of our position. With me as your flag bearer, the NPP will make a quick return to power in 2028. This is where the handlers of the former vice president, I don't know how, we cannot experiment with 2028 with a new person. This is coming from Dr. Bawumia and the campaign team. So MPP cannot experiment with a new candidate in 2028. Mami Musa, where from Dr. Bawumia into the NPP experimenting? No?
So no, a bit the vice president.
No. As a vice president, as a running mate, did we not experiment with him?
Exactly.
No one and any no party him prior to 2008. Akufo-addo say no a party member. Agyapong has come to explain he was not even a party member. Rules were bent, and he didn't be shame. Okay, I'm on this opportunity. I'm on rise here to a vice president. I'm an opportunity to become a candidate. Experiment Ben a change. The Dr. Bawumia for NPP 20 years. 20. About 4-5 times the face of NPP. 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024. And the experiment bill. We experimented hoping say beba. So all the candidates now can omope position, for Bernard Champon, who has been an MP, who has served, even with Jacob Belante then as the chairman, Brian was around, we all saw Brian. For Kennedy Agyapong. Kennedy Agyapong some party, from then, as some party, baby a party agree. For Kennedy Agyapong. Since Agyapong served this party, is Bawumia telling us these people are people we are going to experiment with, to use the word.
Yes, so on that ballot paper so that it would
Agyapong say contest election or party in there. Can Agyapong say contest MP for how many times now?
Since 2000.
Since 2000, 6 times. As a 6 times.
6 times, yeah.
You call that say ordinary experimenting. All that because the people behind say crafty idea if they don't sit down well. Because never know more, you are rather discrediting the man. And some now more rather and some against the man. Because to call Kencity Agyapong, to call Kencity Agyapong, to call by example, say the never experimenting. Experimenting with what? Somebody who has contested the elections, Bawumia elections or contesting or winning the first prime minister or Ben MPP in 2023. That is Bawumia's first contested election. Ever. Uncontested election be a bill till Saeno. And they didn't call Ghana the year. No be on the courts in parliament more than 3 times. With the Fabrian cry, ever say or they can grind his in terms of parliament. Yeah. You call such a person say you're experimenting. Meanwhile, the real experiment was with you. We gave you everything. Akufo-addo failed to say NBC for Ghana for the annual kickers. Bawumia MPP for them called that. Akufo-addo said there be. I think we can break that thing. So I will do everything to make sure Mahmoud gets elected. And Akufo-addo did it. Some of us were not happy the way he went about it. But eventually he did it. Put you there. Look at the results we got. And people are realizing that, oh, then it is not really an issue of, say, non-finance baby. But it's an issue of winning the election strategically.
And so, why not Obia would they kind of 2024? Now, instead, Kencity Agyapong and our person of 2024. In the 2024 elections, every MPP member knew, sir, 2024 election was going to be very difficult for us to win. This will be another sycophant. I'm telling you the truth. You try baby lose you. Somebody like Akumia because as at March 2024, the new John Mahama was ahead of all polls that were coming. Salam Mustafa Yelusuwe Bekan said, "Yetu Obama in 2022 as a youth organizer, national youth organizer, and I penny be fair no, it be a research which is a branch and a word you might. Now this is what the research is saying. MDC is way ahead of you people. So Salam knew say you were Jumaye. John votes was saying but the real issue was why were we behind? It was because people felt that Akufo-addo Bawumia administration, they are one. We think that we need a new face in Ghana. And that new face was not just an ordinary new face. So now take Ghana for you are bringing a lawyer for, and a professor for, and a one for. So say you pay Obia or what business mindset. I bet you have a boy with Numa. Same partner the year pen on one bet toward the Akufo-addo so. So we can then go for Akufo the free maternal by Akufo-addo the free SHS aba. So it's a kind of Numa ebeba. So one then young fat Kenimba. And the election wasn't between MPP delegates. It was between Ghanaians. MPP NDC going to market their candidates to Ghanaians. So we said, Muma yentie the Ghana for say Omopeno because Ghana for the president, the presidential candidate. And now come be a Ghana for say, yen trouble someone they can badia. Yen trouble someone they can badia. Yen trouble someone they can badia. Now, my memo example back for Greater Accra. Every government winning twice in Greater Accra. Rollins winning, excuse me, the 2 times winning Greater Accra. Okay.
Kufo 2 times winning Greater Accra.
Okay.
J.U. Mills winning Greater Accra first, Mahama winning second. Akufo-addo winning Greater Accra first, but we lost Greater Accra in the second term. For me, it was a big one. So for some of us, we started because Accra is your capital. It's more like your largest cosmopolitan area with all tribes, with all other nationalities. It's if government in power. Our second term was appreciating in such a region. What's a Lusua? then your powerhouse, in the US, because your New York or your California, vote against you in your second term, let us assemble. Ashanti region, we did not get it as we had wanted. I should drop here. The warning signs were all there. It's yet true about internally, no. We don't park over Greater Accra, Kennedy, Agyapong, Bawumia. How close it was. So majority of Greater Accra voted.
No, Kennedy, Agyapong.
They wanted some kind of change because vote Accra, you know. We never expected some kind of just voting for Greater Accra. But obviously, internal election. We to see a whole, you know, the course we all saw whatever happened. Now it's about power. To see a bigger power, why not Ghana for say, is it again Bawumia or is it a new person? And my memory dynamics be Obi biara obetina Ghana ha. Obeka se Ghana. Yen tribal lines, number 1. Yen tribal religious lines, number 2. Yen tribal with or your school mate or your school knee or your bay wine. You'll be deceiving yourself.
Some.
I'm telling you. Maybe your Katachi, your Pukwadi. I am also a Katangi. So, Namia Madonna MPP me as flag bearer. You know the number of Katangis who will be happy, say, a Katangi, any opportunity to become a president and will come on board? What the Opa? Some say JM Banda. What the Opa? Can you bet me a 50 man, 50 man, I call JM Bawumia, never Bandas, but you vote to call it. Well, they will be proud. So, be a vandal is now the president. Because Obetina Cassetia at the horse at the Sania Mano. The secondary school, a bay, Sania Mani now. Now, on the issue of religion, which is very sensitive, Nyamia Yasom no, or Nyamia Yinipemu. Right? Nyami Yinipemu. Or Jiobia, who background work, because Nyamina boy. Now, the choice of choosing a leader, Nyame Amayenye that franchise to go. And vote, exercise to go our franchise and choose the leader. Me a Baptist ni. So Baptist ni be a capable so bet me the president. Any opportunity ni be the NPP anymore, I will be happy. Right? I will be happy. Because we a Christian, Australia me share the same idea. And you know, I'll be happy to support. So Muslim ni ebedi MPP ni the Muslim in the party will be happy.
Exactly.
Because we share the same faith. Allah na edina ama rewo party ni say omwane yanko. And that Muslim will be encouraged to move ahead and support the candidate wholeheartedly and fully. So why are we trying to run away from the fact that Christians don't support Christians on the ballot when they see them?
And yes, so obi nso bebu sase sana mo dwene na sana mo hu ne dia then enye party no na mo do no
Debbie but me can some back on show. America say when you are planning for election, you are planning strategically. The Bema winning is not about say just party keke. The what be winning election no any here. It's not just party. Our first president here where Kwame Nkrumah,
Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
A soldier for be cool after Kwame Nkrumah nyina no. Omumu hwana na ekremoni.
Hillary man.
That was the mistake I made. I was in one program, this internet radio program, somebody called me and we were discussing, and I made that mistake and I said, sir, I don't quite admit it, Aisha or Keviat Bishop said, Liman mean very well.
Okay.
But I think says, well, maybe I know you Muslim. Immediately, Panipa Bako friend or correct said, no, Hilal Liman was a Christian. Yes, Hilal Liman was not a Muslim. Nidi Hilal Liman, but he was not a Muslim. Liman is a Christian. So from Kwame Nkrumah, President Akufo-Addo, we had never had a Muslim president, whether through coup d'etat or through elections, the ballot paper. So when I know, Akufo-Addo wanted to do something Bema Ghana for was MPP, IEBB in particular. But it did not work out. It backfired. And not because of BBNTO. These are some of the things I'm going to say. So because a player, the person will be lying to himself or herself. Akufo-Addo wanted to try and change that. But on the call back, was, I'm fat.
It's trying for the second time.
Yeah.
Second chance in you.
I believe a time will come in the near future, right? Sanya mano enko in the near future, I believe it will happen. Yeah. So Ghana Christopher one doso until normally Christopher will pray say Christo nibi no support, which is true because Christo ni ko bompire or say nyame say nyame e man Christo ni a wo slow no odo no a ono obetio omu asofo. Mention say on a big platform of pastors, ministers, archbishops and bishops, one key big pastor in the country was admonishing all other pastors say omon preaching country omon church members say omon tuabama o Christo ni nyam kai Reverend Owusu answer. Yeah. But he refused to mention the name of that big pastor in Ghana. So even on the Yenya Software platform, our software were praying that church members should pray that God should help them vote for a Christian leader. That's what he said. May a software, and the way Ghana, you hear a software, you saw a software mu. If a software big platforms no more preaching, ya mompaye nipa nyame ho tinimu, nipa odo nyame, Yesu afa Yesu Christ say the cry jenkwa. No fit enter church member ni trim. Those Niamano, it plays a part. The other one of tribe.
My member is here. And so Abusia also bet me I join in our Facebook na fe ya to aso di nkomo me catch us say ebre so a ye behwe na fe yama mo amohwe 80 and so abembi na mo abese ne pay. Mene chairman Padmon Agyapong bafo e na edi enkomo. Na ma menda me ho na fe yensan embra sisi ana yento aso. All right, welcome back. Enti ma yentoa yenkomo so na yenko yenim mene chairman Padmon Bafo Agyapong ena mene no edi nkomo ewo ahase. Chairman, enti ma yentoa so enko yenim with analysis na o yes now ekoba say asofo mpenifo bi rally behind members said they shouldn't vote for MPP candidate no. Instead, they should be looking elsewhere. Enti enu nyina no eka ho na saade we de ebae twaso mienko.
Remember a typical example in 2016. Na mete party office of Medina. Metewa na me team members ni bi no. That time kran na youth organizer then a friend of mine Fojo was there no office will be. And then you want on the posters be ebae oni pa cross you opambo and a somano na omo de call NPP office so yenji posters no na yem fabu bobo pa it has more kinds also chairman the only means you maybe say the yana you gidi but sometimes as a akwanche se me and when in so that nje be sa am so why not say just suffer no bomb pie na nyame yi a chen say yenye na akufo-addo no and then they did sani we won 2016 election 2024
NDC John Dramani Mahama.
Also 2016 so the mistake MPP made was 2016-2020 when we courted the Christian community. In 2024 Dr. Bawumia started courting the Muslim community. And we left the Christian community thinking say they will just automatically be there and Muslim they know abeka. And that was the mistake NPP we made, thinking that the Christian is an MPP. But that is not true. The Christian is not MPP. The Christian possibly might not be NDC. The Christian just looking out for a Christian and person supporting. And this is why new analysis here. Now we know how to court them and let them steer. You will lose. We had Christians trooping to NDC 2024, and we were struggling to bring Muslim votes, which at the end we could not even get. Well, Dr. Bawumia and so for Muslim vote here, Muslim vote here, Christian vote na near one as well. So what were we doing? We were messed up in the campaign. So important strategy I would coalition and it's not about say be a me free north me free but a base especially MPP a base your stronghold your strongholds are what my more Ashanti region Eastern region Central region Western region what the born for region you can say I want you know you vote kese so you be lose kura be 47% be the ebenya. All these regions are the dominant Akan populated regions. Don't use the word Ashanti. Ashanti is just a group of the Akan. So the Akan, Ashanti Fantifo, Bonofo, Agyapong, Achimfo, they are all Akans. And Akan votes and an MPP.
And do you think, sir, for now, no Kennedy Agyapong debate made those votes now?
Minia, so if not Ken, Ghana for, and not just because Ken is Ken no. I've told you, sir, baby, you do know the hopelessness in the system where youth, so when you mind, what is say, me no, because the Captain Smart as here, and John Mahama could say, Oman page, Mamudo, Maimwa, and you know, but you have somebody who has that vision, who could just look at opportunity and say, you bet me away, you bet me a creative way to help the country develop, grow, create jobs for people. MPP for what that's young. NDC for Ghana for baby, but yeah, MPP for they as young. So it's about election 2028. It's not just about why now could be that in the so analysis we are it's even a flawed analysis. I don't want to go there because the data everything defeats what they are saying. If you look at the turnout of election and you look at the voter register, turnout akufo Edubuahin edekwa 1992. Ghana for nyina ekoto about was 51% turnout. It was a good your friends Edubuahin ekonya 30 something or 20 something Dr. Bawumia 42 ayade Bawumia turnout na say Edubuahin turnout in 92 na say 51%. What turnout you say? Eti
mene chairman Padmon na yedin komo ba bia dru no wa wo hwen etie yen obetimi abam bi na fe yetimi edin komo na ya sore 0240550899 0240550899 also obetimi aba oba 1 minute bonite na fe unua nso entoaso. Hello, good afternoon.
Demoha
Mejo so Sinupen
kana said the TMA
opani udini baby afrefri ni ntio
ya from Kofi amefrefri adenta minia nya ho nti opani papa ba metibia na ho MPP for yen kenokre yen penny for wo include CC yen kenokre ba ku bi obeye minister wono na so ye mesika dia koso a wo kogi bribe free landing abe pedi baby atina menne wo mu nyina asori ade e kasetia e na wo sika meche so be the president ni ade but sir media me catch the minimum delegate aboto aba just obi also won kenokre say ya now why ho what na opposition ye mu be 60 years aduma winye bi da say yanke wa wo ankoto aba makanadi Agyapong ye ya gine say any ye kwosahwe ye bet na opposition for another 30 years say the year canon bibia da ho sadia ni ye ye konie opani hwe opani bi ko tna another radio station no ma ko tna oni e ka na adentina your friend is saying Dr. Brane Champo akoka region ni ade meanwhile no you are Dr. Bawumia ko ka se montoma me na me kwaje esremufo vote me free sremunti your friend is saying Jo Mahama me no me free ho na ya anye ya ebeka chiri ni nyina na ye religion and tribal politics no oye say di pa we no mo nyina ya professors so mo te Ghana obi agari o wo mo hwe ya na di obi ko ka bi say we free ha na say say mo si hey no wa sorry atro minimum dia ye wura Canada Japan dia ye wo mo because wo mo sufficiency no wo ba wo mo nya it wo heda say ye heda and clear opinion no twetwe ye mu nani wase ye keka say but wo delegate a wo pesa media wo mo kaka wo mo sufficiency si anhweniye ni ankoto ba ma Canada Japan ma Ghana ansesa me ka bibia say me huni straight to 2023 your quarter about second day Japan your to ba na kabu nyare ye de ka Ghana se ye direct na ho na media me stress so o mo ye mi na bi ti sa na no do mo koye ye de Dr. Bawumia koto okay o mo yiso a ye stream no live ni ade no mai enya ka se o ye protest ni atro ho ma ne de akoma wo mo se amachira bi the Canada Japan was a jai of a long plan. Now, what we are near Pachow, all right, Pachow, we are do. Okay, what would the bay?
Medasi, Jacoviteria, and no, and what they buy. Yenibreti, my young pianim. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sinupe,
you kind of said it.
Open you didn't baby of free, smaba, Konyanko.
The Pachow meeting ABC Kakra.
But
me fair da me kwa benya constituency the ceremony die kwa so yehu ken e campaign king e odo me kwa benya enti ani die kwa so me ceremony nipa o ye constituency kan se coordinator wa hana ana campaign team no ye so mo mai hu no odaroma.
All right, party for AT&T can be also no you better reach out. All right, yeah that's it papa NT lawyer Charles Kwaku Amodate one uncle for say what ya we dey tentem yen twaso enko. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Debbie Otieno ma yanko enim ma yanko ma men fa last caller na Membra back to studio. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Sinopay.
Yeah, kind of support here.
Openi udini baby are free. Sama bako nyanko.
We ya wune ya bell. I you look trouble.
Minimum part waso nyanko.
Kami samo ya ibu judgment. Na mami minimum delegate. Say political parties are formed to win a political power. Say we a political party. Now say who want to join. Now say one yet to me. So I need to idea one or a year to. And she said, you see a power. Now Ghana never anya a chuma. Say a dear. Any power what they talk. One of them said, I'm not going to be a Agyapong. Move Kaya. Honorable F1 NPP party. 2014. You are to national elections. Oh, not the rich. Honorable Kennedy, I think 1 year before and a ball. 2020. That's what about you have majority of parliament. Now, you are any Baba. Over the car MP before now, majority. Formula MP, President War, Vice President War, or even to be on you. And taking you honorable Kennedy, in Agyapong. And the court of Panicate, the Panico Casaya, a young man, and son of Popano, again, the other car MPP, and only a majority of parliament.
Okay.
We have one import, but we have one MPP party now. A junior, and what they again, name, Nayan Coco to me, not done a mabu, a juma or you. So the only book on Sika, every juma. And yes, the building action is that. Yeah, the church on to be dear juma, and a mabu, and a juma.
All right. All right. Yabreneko, mena wase, Felix Bell, we dear facha me, na yebedin komo ewe chiri. So, Chairman, ma memra hona smaba kope, yen wrap it up na. Emrepem yenim se unyanko ye yebeche wa ha bi mansan wa.
Mache. The best MPP delegates ne say easy for people to come and say and sama or they ebe win for umo candidate. But you go beyond and sama obidina no be can just like my bet na my be can sem. The main expecting say delegate bi a wo tie mi no. O mane emphasize trawasa problem say sama apart my bet na ha kan e no kre sa na tie. So bi nso ba no nso be kan asema busa say nsem na nipa no nso be kan no e sa na tie. Because one year careful na ko tie ba ko pe bi gina so a you where the 6 ebe da no 9. For example, we also say I can 9 pe obi just because oh na so dey no so aka kitikiti bi ni aduro. By 9 pe literally translates to aka 1.5 million votes and over and sana yetimi awene based on the register of about 12 million. Which says when the register na ebe cost 2028 ebe come more because 2028 is a second term. Second term biano equals 10 at cost the more numbers better about 2028 than 2024. It's just a 9 per now is totally flawed in your 9. You need more than 9. 2028, the 9 might translate to about 2.5 million more votes to add up. It's your best. Mama yeni na wana yentie nsem on the niso senyetie na but yemprobi with evidence. And na be me nipa se ye de ne kwa obewu ni sitama na this moment there nipa ba nyina na obia ni wa me ubisa say me vote ko wan wa me yina si nchen da no na bo Kennedy Agyapong ono kwa ni nipa me feel say obetimi 2028 agitumi amaye because eyetumi ye gitumi wi a yebetimi abafie asa abekeka ye nema hye nema but say the party dey hia ni de obegitumi no in 2028 amaye.
All right, chairman mama na wase say the buy. All right, enti eno ye chairman Padmon Bafo Agyapong ono na yene no edi nkomo no oye former first vice chairman edema New Patriotic Party nefa ewo Madina constituency ene yene na edi nkomo yenim se yensa be kan ha biem ansan wasan so akọ back to the US ma yenin komo ewa ha ose on behalf of the church choir of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, the Grace Congregation, and New Apleku, we extend our heartfelt birthday wishes to our beloved patron, Mrs. Ethel Otin Nyanta. We pray for God's abundant mercy, favor, and strength to be upon her throughout this year. We wish her all the best in every endeavor and express our sincere gratitude for the wonderful contributions she has made to our church choir. We truly appreciate her dedication, and we ask God for blessings to be bestowed upon her and her entire family. Amen. And we a happy birthday and yade ema mame nyankopon inshira obebre ya frame Anthony Kofi Inkum Daddy Mr. Inkum ene medin Heart Builders Real Estate ebwayen tabia takum enso so ebwayen afei mo amutie yen ewo Man FM so Ash FM so Nap Radio and afei Sources Radio Amansan Radio and then US of A so Jerry's TV and then Kings Jesse Radio ya da mu nyina ma say other shows enso so etwaso akọ nanim nyankopon ya adoma echina yebesan so aba na afei ya betwaso ede amanse no pei ye kan senia etie we are out.